Missing my cat's birthday for this. So I send a message to them. I saying I'm thinking, the players that are there, I'm thinking of selling my badminton racket to be able to afford a pickleball racket because I can't afford it. And I'm just saying, for me to have fun, it's either a competitive game or it's helping others improve free coaching. And it's really bad how you can't get either here. And I feel used, right? Because a lot of the players, they sometimes require a fourth player, and that's the only thing I'm there for. And what I do is, I'll feed them the birds, and they rarely, when they miss a shot, return the bird to us properly, and they argue, they lie about the calls, and they rebel against even a little bit of learning where as soon as I explain, hey, my shots to make a point can only be on the border of the court, nothing in the middle. And that would make me sweat and challenge me, and they just don't want to do it. And what they have to do is nothing different. And it's still, one of them walked away. The other one was going to do it, but then as soon as the other court got, she wanted. It's, redneckism is that. It's intellectual laziness and having excuses like, I'm just here to have fun. And when I explain, well, what fun looks like for me is sweating a little bit so that I didn't, I could have stayed in my pajamas and spent the day with my cat, and probably the playfulness I would have had with him would have made me sweat more than picking up birds for people that don't want to learn the basics, And it's sad, and it's not just badminton, I'm telling you, it's everywhere. It's everywhere that people don't want to be better than they are in jobs like education, healthcare. Like I talked to the girl at the counter on the way out because I think she looked like she was happy I gave her a compliment about her nails last time. I thought she'd want to listen. I said, well, it's hard for me to comment and sweat, and I can't coach, and that was my goal for that, was that she'd talk to the people who, after being here a year, would say, okay, Martin, we'll give. And I said ideas. I said, look up population numbers and see how many play badminton in different communities, let's say of BC, and you'd find we should have a lot more people here. And some of the patterns, even them, they were arguing among each other. They got emotional because they're arguing about a call, and when I disagree with a call from my side of it, I'll say no. That was so. Then I'll kind of, let's say, sabotage the next point because I feel bad my partner's lying about a call. And that's adults. Now there's 2 kids there I could coach, but somebody's got to ask me. The mom knows me from pickleball a couple of times, but she could say, hey, do you mind? And I don't mean like getting paid, just, it's so sad. It's so sad. You see it in driving, you see it in everything. And if people are a little bit better, so let's say there's 4 ladies playing and one's a little bit better and still not really playing badminton, like there's no basics, she wouldn't pass the test of basics that I designed for the racketeers who learn these things in a record amount of time. And some of them supposedly have diagnoses. No, it's just the approach, the attitude. It's important. And the playfulness. Like, I make them laugh anyways. Like a shot I could get, but it's pretty good, so I kind of pretend I miss. I think their ego makes them think I really did miss it, that I couldn't have gotten it. And I make them laugh because I make it dramatic. So I'm thinking of their fun. I'm increasing their fun, and they're reducing my fun, and they don't get it. So on the way out, I told the girl, I said, I was thinking, she assumed I never played pickleball, and that was her response. Oh, you should try pickleball one time. But that's not at all I said what I was talking about. I was talking about a lack of activities here, and also I couldn't afford a pickleball racket. I told her I have to borrow it from people unless I sell my badminton rackets. But instead of selling my badminton rackets, I'd rather get the hell out of Prince Rupert, that seems to be happy to be growing its own redneckism. It's really like everything I do, it seems to be Special Olympics badminton, Special Olympics conversation, Special Olympics this. I think people got mad at me for leaving karaoke because my 2 songs are very nice. People were happy, and then I leave. And are they like, I didn't see any other singers there that I would have been happy, but it's just I just went once, and I don't know who the regulars are, but the ones that were singing, they were happy with music. That's nice to be around. But what because you don't need singing lessons sometimes. You just need to have a conversation with somebody that's better at you than you at something, and then, spend the time to try maybe the advice or feedback or whatever. Because people love things, and yet they don't realize their love would grow if their learning grows. Like if they improve at something, it'll become even more intense, their joy of it, and the link to their own lives would grow, and they could travel like I did. Like, I'm gonna post some videos of me in Japan and Korea, and you could see how badminton can unite people, and you can see some clubs that are healthier. Even if they still argue, at least people show up, and at least there's some evidence of wanting to improve. But here it's like, it's people voting conservative, you know what I mean?